Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, July 1st, 2025, and happy Canadian viewing audience. And of course, American viewing audience too, if you're Canadian or you just wanted to help celebrate a Canadian. I actually don't see the EPA 10s too often on the 66, but occasionally we do. Predominantly you'll see the Nova buses on the 66. But today we have a EPA 10. So luckily we caught it and we're on the 8316. The unit that we're on, 8316, is a really nice one. It's really loud. I like it. And the air conditioning is really quite good. I wouldn't say it's super chilly in here, but the little vents seem to be releasing their air conditioning on us quite well. As much as we always have loved the OG diesels and missed them so much, actually a year coming up on the 26th or 27th of July, so just a few days away until they were officially 1 year not with us. I don't miss the seating in the back of the OGs. I actually really got used to the extra seating with the sides like this because it's so narrow. When you were getting out of the seats on the OGs and you just bump into everybody. So you have to just be so careful exiting the units because these buses are so strong and they're so fast too, of course, which is why we love them, right?
Next stop, Ballacane
Bus is
Drive.
way better than a car. I'm hoping someone can let me know, are you guys actually hearing the engine sound fully? Because I have my microphone that I'm using, which is this one here. That's the Apple headphones I'm using. I'm not using Bluetooth for the live. So I'm wondering if someone can report that you guys are fully hearing the sounds very audibly, really clear. Of course, hearing me clearly as well helps, but also hearing the sound of the bus really well. So could one of the watchers here please let us know? Let our viewing audience know. We would really appreciate it.
Next stop, Prince Edward Drive South.
And if you're watching us from Canada here, why not share what city and province you're watching us from? And of course, if you're also new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe here and give the video a like. Thank you so much.
Next stop, Bedwalter Avenue. Next stop, Meadowville Drive. Next stop, 4th Street West. Next stop, the Kingsway.
And our bus is just slowly approaching the subway station.
Next stop, Old Mill Subway Station.
Thank you. that was 8316. Now it's turned into the 66A. We were just on the B portion. Really awesome operator, I must say. He drove the bus really well and being really professionally and courteously. Like if you had a cup of coffee, wouldn't spill, not riding the brakes, deaccelerating and accelerating, really professionally and slowly and not like rushed or anything. So it was really good. Pleased with the ride. Oh, time to load the funds here for some pressos. We're gonna do this. Come back in a second. We're good. Things done. And now, I'm going to see the schedule of another bus. And this may take. Wow, it's really hot today. Not much wind. And feeling really summery, actually. Feels like a real summer today.
I don't know. But season 5 is definitely the best. But some of my favorite episodes are in season 4.
I wanted him to turn. And now I have to film it from a different angle. Anyway. 8316. So the bus schedule says 0 minutes on the 149 here, but I don't see it yet. I'm hoping that it's going to keep the schedule because otherwise it's a half an hour wait. So I'm hoping that, I'm trusting, of course, that this bus is going to be running relatively on time. Maybe it's caught in a bit of traffic and along Bloor West. Hopefully not. Unless it came early. Nope, there it is. It's right on time, literally. That's great. That's the line 2. 149, Etobicoke Bloor, line 2 accessibility shuttle, 8193. So I had hoped it was an EPA 10, guys, but it's just an NG.
Route 149 Etobicoke Bloor.
Hi, thank you. Managed to see the little Canadian flag. It's actually next to the driver inside. It was not displayed outside of the unit like it is in previous years. I would see them on all of the units.
Next stop, Patrece.
But this one particularly, and I'm familiar with this operator, specifically from, I'm pretty sure it was July 21st or 20th, and he was riding the 76 or 76A on the, I think it was one of the 80XX units, possibly 8021. I'm not sure exactly. I'd have to jog through my old videos to see. But that was my last time riding that particular OG unit. It was either July 21st or 24th, and it was a rainy day. And I remember I took about 3 OG diesel units, not knowing that within 2 to 4 days it would be the last time that we ever rode on an OG diesel. So it's coming up to that 1-year mark. But luckily we have the videos, and you guys of course can watch them over and over again. It only supports me as a creator, so I really appreciate you sharing my videos with ones that are shareable. And of course, thank you for liking the videos as well. Really appreciate all your support and comments. So if you're just new here or a long-time subscriber, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And our lovely air-conditioned bus is now passing through the Swansea area of the Bloor West Village, here around Jane and Bloor Streets West.
Next stop, Windermere Avenue.
I think I'm seeing 1013 here, LG Hybrid, on the 35A Jane.
Next stop, Runnymede Road, Runnymede Subway Station.
And if you're planning to come into Toronto this weekend or anytime in the next little while, and you're interested in riding one of our beautiful buses here in Toronto, or you're just flipping through shorts here and discovering the live feeds discoverable through your shorts algorithm on YouTube, thank you for joining us. And you may wish to consider the 149 Etobicoke Bloor bus that runs all the way along Bloor Street West, starting at Kipling Subway Station in Etobicoke, Ontario, Canada, traveling eastbound towards High Park Subway Station. So it's covering several stops along the way, predominantly the few stops that do not have full accessibility with elevators yet, which include Islington Station, Old Mill Station, and also High Park Station, but High Park Station is now fully accessible with an eastbound and westbound elevator, or lift if you call it.
Next stop, Clinton Avenue.
So if you're enjoying the beautiful scenes along Bloor Street, you could take this gorgeous route. It's a short one, it's not too long, and it's very scenic, and I actually highly recommend it. It doesn't run as often as other bus routes, but still it runs about every half hour or so, approximately. And one of the nicest parts of the route, I think, is the parts between Old Mill and Jane, and then the parts between Runnymede and High Park Station, because you get to see beautiful views, especially on the right of High Park, which is very scenic and absolutely gorgeous. I think they're actually planning to ban cars Monday to Friday, including Saturday and Sunday, which is already out of Hyde Park.
Next stop, Hyde Park Subway Station.
Some people don't agree with that. Wonder how you guys feel about that. Predominantly, if you're thinking of some of our gentrified populations who are elderly, who may not be able to, or mothers with children and strollers, to walk the 2 kilometer walk between Bloor and Hyde Park all the way down to the Sunnyside area, or the area where you would see the Grenadier Pond. It's about a 2 kilometer walk. And if you're just going to be walking in, that's great and everything, but there are some people who would like to be able to drive in during the week and continue to do so. Although Mayor Olivia Chow has reduced the parking capacity within Hyde Park, and that has created some small minor challenges for those who choose to drive into the park. And don't forget, you don't have to go all the way out to Scarborough, which is really far, to go to the zoo, Metro Zoo, as Hyde Park has a pretty decent sized zoo, all year round, accessible, and it is free to get in. Although there is a little donation area if you choose to donate. It is absolutely not obligatory, and you can still get in to see the wonderful animals that are within the park. Also, at this time of year, you can take a little tour shuttle throughout. I don't believe that's free, but you can definitely do that if you wanted, or you can bicycle through or walk. You can see the 189 Stockyards to Scarlet Road bus here, just on our left, and it's unit number 8964.
Next stop, Hyde Park Subway Station.
I see there's also the 203 Hyde Park bus here as well. Not going to be taking that, but that could be a cool bus to take at some point. Maybe. There's the 203. very much.
149 to Coca-Cola, westbound towards Sequent Station, flying through Accessibility Shuttle.
I may have been sitting with a bus fanner who I don't know. Although it does look like, I don't know who that is. No idea. I really don't know. But he was taking a picture of the bus, so interesting. I kind of had a feeling when I got on when he was sitting at the back, he may have been a bus fanner. But I don't know anybody in the bus signing community in person because I've never met anybody in person and chatted with them. So yeah, we are now at Hyde Park Station. And we're going to be heading over to the elevator. So you guys know that the reception might cut out for a moment or two while we are in the elevator, but it's going to pick up while we get back into the tunnel area where we get reception. Hopefully now the reception is kicked back in. And I see some messages here. Oh, thank you, Sanjib, you too. And I wish I could get you a free ride on my bus. Well, thank you, appreciate it. So we are now inside the subway here of Hyde Park Station, just enjoying that blue light. It's got great aesthetics. Well, all the lighting in here really is great. Nice dull lighting. I think it might be similar on line 1, although I haven't been on line 1 in a long time. You know, I kind of like the tunnels, the trains with doors in between. I don't like them all the way open. Something strange about that, really odd. So yeah, line 2, I like line 2 a lot.
The next station is Runnymede Station.
outside now. It's nice and breezy out here. Chelps. Not too humid. Quite pleasant. Still a bit warm, but lovely, I guess you could say. The breeze is nice, that's for sure. Of course, a lot of stores are closed today. Like, No Frills is not open. Health food store, hair salon. The Smokehouse Texas BBQ is also closed. Yeah. Sorry. Hi, how's it going? Could I have a large iced coffee, please, with a sleeve and a straw? No thanks. Thanks. Normally I would get something to eat, but right now I just don't feel like it. The heat has kind of turned my appetite kind of, I'm hungry. Nope, just want to get a refreshing drink. I really wanted to get a hot cup of coffee, but I decided on the ice because it's so hot outside. But I'm trying to consider switching up the hot coffee and cold coffee because, variety is good. But for now, let's just sample this Tim Hortons iced coffee. Really good, but also really sweet and a little creamy. creamier than usual. That could just be my taste buds. Sorry about the noise there. Someone just having a coughing spell. Oh, look at these Pidgeys. She's not interested, bro. Leave her alone. I think I see an OG hybrid. Yes. It's 11:02. as you can see, guys, the pigeons are hanging out with me while I'm filming our OG hybrid bus on 1102. So I think they're just patiently waiting for me. They know that I have some peanuts. Right? You guys know. Well, you ate those really quick. guys, we are just on OG Hybrid 1010, and we just filmed previously OG Hybrid 1102. 1102 being on the 71 Runnymede, and the 1010 being on the 77 Swansea. So some lucky catches today.